Hello, everyone. Welcome. Welcome. Hopefully, this is the last time I have to attempt to restream because I'm apparently a very noob streamer, and every time. So this is the beauty of my noobness. You'll appreciate this hopefully, or if you don't, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Either way, so apparently my stream hotkey to switch to the intro scene, which has no audio or anything of the like, is F3. The same button that I'm trying to unpause the game with. So every time I unpaused the game, apparently what I was doing was putting myself in the intro scene, and then no one could ever hear me. So that was terrible. So let's go ahead and let's get restarted and continue to make sure that everything works as best as possible. Um, and yeah, we'll work with it the best we can. So if at any point the stream drops or there's any difficulties, please do let me know. Without further ado, let's get started. Welcome one and welcome all to the CivBuilder show match. So, this is a special show match showcasing the champions of our Age of Noobs guild, or I don't know if we call ourselves guild, Age of Noobs Discord. It is the champions of the CivBuilder tournament that we had over the past couple weeks. So the high elo champion in the blue is Flying Mouse. Flying Mouse is a very capable 1500 player that came up with one of the most nasty civs to ever grace the face of the earth, a fortified church rush civ that could destroy people in feudal age with a building that has tons of, thousands of HP and could fire arrows and was nigh invincible to stop. Very, very difficult. In the gray, we have Sokol, who is a extremely versatile and fun to play with, 1000-ish, 1100 player, who is quite, well, as you'll see, has a lot of creative out-of-the-box strategies. He plays similar, in my opinion at least, to players such as Beery and MBL with a kind of a chaos-based, scrappy fighting style, like any Vill Wars, town center drops, and, just kind of plays very uniquely and uses that kind of unique aggressiveness to his advantage, so quite a capable player. Both these two impressive champions are going to be facing off against Emu Warrior, a 2K rated player who has his own custom civ actually. And is not to be scoffed at all because he is playing with the Boggy Emus. So let's go ahead and get into our civilizations. As a custom civ show match, behooves such a thing. We are actually playing with custom civilizations. So each of these civilizations is customized to be have bonuses and other such that best suit the player. So, Boggy Emus is a special civ that is going to get you up to the feudal age very quickly. Hunter's going to work faster, so your Mongol bonus, but you have the melee 66 faster to the next age bonus as well. Warships are way cheaper with galleys with +1 range by default and +2 range as soon as you get the Cilician fleet tech. And Hemu says, Wog, it looks like he's lost a lot of HP on his scout. May have just run into some town center fire from Flying Mouse there. And Vil gets a little stab on that scout too, so rough start for Emu there. Either way, Emu is going to be able to have defensive bonus and crenellations and cheaper docks as well to have a very fast and dangerous feudal civilization. So that'll be quite a interesting one to watch. In the blue, we have Flying Mouse with the Dutch team. Now, Flying Mouse comes with the Chinese bonus, however, the benefit of this is that he can make sure he doesn't have to pay the price the Chinese do. He gets +50 food and wood, and so he's not going to have to worry nearly as much about that crazy start as the Chinese do. He has double blast radius on his explosive units, so his galleys will have his demo ships will have a terrifying 5 blast radius, whenever they first start, and then when you fully upgrade them to heavy demos and give them a Silesian fleet, they can have an 8.4 blast radius. So 8.4 tile blast radius for your reference is like this. They will destroy anything in a wide range around them and don't even require you to be close by to kill villagers. Um, in addition, his warships have plus 10 attack versus villagers, and they fire an additional projectile. So these galleys will completely demolish villagers, and if you are caught off guard, it will be very painful. I certainly hope that he will build walls and defend himself against this. In the gray, we have Sokol. Sokol is playing as Renard's Legacy 2, although I promise it's not my legacy for real. The true legacy is Sokol's capability in the custom Civ tournament. He is also playing with the Chinese bonus. However, part of his benefit here is he also doesn't have to pay taxes the Chinese do. So he is plus 70 food and 30 gold and plus 50 food and wood. And he's not going to have to worry about that too much. If he gets up to Feudal, he can actually send out Knights in Feudal Age, which is a rough bonus to run into. However, with 30 HP, he'll still be vulnerable to demo ships. And his villagers work faster, like the Romans do. He does also have Thalassocracy and faster working docks as defensive bonuses and dock bonuses, so we'll see how this plays out. Already, we have Flying Mouse, getting into a bit of a scrap, killing a scout here, and engaging against a knife versus galley war. I'm not sure how well that's going to work, but maybe that villager will poke a hole in the boat. However, that galley is joined by a friend and is going to make short work of these villagers unless they escape in time. I think this villager is not long for this world, and he is on 1 HP down. Okay. So, that's going to set Flying Mouse back a little bit, at least, and this will hopefully kind of open the grounds for Emu to have some aggression. Because here's the deal, right? If you are a 2k rated player, that's wonderful. In 1v1, you could probably wreck anyone of lower caliber. However, in a 2v1, you need to work very quickly. If Emu is unable to take out one of his opponents in, feudal to early castle, he's going to be fighting a losing battle from then on. There's a very high chance that if he were to delay too long, that both these players could just overwhelm him with sheer numbers and capability, as with the 2v1, they have a population cap of 400, not 200. So, looks like Emu's got quite a few galleys and is moving to mow down this palisade. Flying Mouse is going for the Panic Palisades. Oh, there we go. There's stone walls. Those are more likely to go up, and that will give him some level of safety against these very quick to destroy galleys. And then does he get it? Yes, he gets it in time. So that stone wall will delay him for a significant amount of time. Until he gets fletching, at least. We'll see how well that works. Defensive tower coming up as well, so that will hopefully give him a bit of leeway against these galleys. Hopefully they won't be able to harass him too much. In the meantime, he's making his own fire ships, and he's got, part of the issue, it looks like these galleys are ranging the gold, so he may not be able to produce many fire ships from here on out. Let's see what happens. And meanwhile, Emu's fighting the battle on two fronts. This is an impressive display from our 2K player, as most of us struggle with multitasking, myself particularly, so, if you ever fight me in battle, you'll find that out pretty quickly. But regardless, our lovely Emu is taking the battle to Sokol at the same time that he's fighting Flying Mouse. So, picking off villagers, wreaking havoc, and he's doing pretty well in holding on in terms of villagers, although Sokol's kept way ahead of either of the two. Meanwhile, it looks like we have a Hungry Fire Ship and an Eagle Warrior that have picked off a villager there. So, Emu needs to keep his villagers safe. Like I said, it would probably be pretty smart to wall off a section here so that you can't be attacked by Navy. That's one of the things about Bog Islands, is that you're never safe from the Navy. Speaking of never being safe from the Navy, you have a 7-range galley just picking off villagers at long range over here, so quite a deadly combo. The galleys continue to pick off fishing ships, villagers, and vaguely defend against all of the fire ship shenanigans. But in come these galleys from Flying Mouse. Now, these galleys are fairly terrifying because they have a plus 10 attack versus villagers, so you take that 6 damage that they're firing, and then you add 10 to that. You can subtract, maybe like the one to pierce armor, but even so, they can more or less 2 to 3 shot villagers, which makes them quite rough to run into. So, speaking of which, looks like Emu Warrior's villager count has gone down quite low. I may have missed a snipe here and there. It dropped almost 7 from the last count that I had. So, that's impressive. I would say that these galleys have done some work sniping some villagers. However, the assault continues. Emu continues to block off Flying Mouse's woodline, although Flying Mouse does have a hidden woodline here, and is building these back up. And he still has some gold, although that gold is so rangeable by the galleys. I am surprised that he's not sending more defensive galleys. However, I think he feels the need, especially in this 2v1, to keep the pressure up. So, he continues to send his galleys forward, and they are forcing defensive towers from Sokol, who has, even though he's up on his way to his castle age, we'll see if that castle goes forward or is defensive, because the pressure from Emu Warrior is continuous, and with this many galleys, you really can't move forward for a forward castle. However, the galleys from Flying Mouse continue to patrol Emu's shoreline, keeping him locked into a tight spot in this little base here. His galleys are forced to kind of pull off for a little bit, although if they were right about here, they could probably range some villagers, if he was aware of those. Speaking of which, take a look at his Fog of War. He sees some of the villagers on the wood. I think he knows he can't reach those, though, and he just does know about these. And now that galley is finally called off. What else does he see? Well, he sees this continuous harassment. He's managing to keep up some impressive galley production with nothing but 15 villagers on gold, since they're all stuck right here. Unfortunately for these villagers, they are not looking like they'll have a safe life anytime soon, because this galley is dangerously close to picking off several of them. So, just in the nick of time, Emu Warrior's defensive galleys come up, and they're going to push away the threats that are Flying Mouse's galleys. In the meantime, looks like Flying Mouse has moved over to stone, so he may be thinking some more defensive towers, or he may even be thinking a castle. So we'll see how that pulls out in the future. But then Emu dives. He says, "You can't stop me, I'm just going to hang out right in the minimum range of this tower, and I'm going to pick up all of your villagers." So these 5 galleys are quite the menace. You can see that they are taking care of quite a few villagers, even as they make their way to the tower. And even though the tower, it feels like that galley should be shot, but he's like just barely within the 1 tile range there. In the meantime, it looks like Emu is slowly chipping down at the houses over here, and Flying Mouse's forces are thankfully not doing anything too wild to Emu's tiny economy. All the villager counts have been kept pretty low, with the exception of Sokol, who's been able to boom up a little bit here. He's in Castle Age, he's got a defensive castle that nicely protects both golds, and he's starting to make quite a few villagers. However, Emu's relentless assault on his woodline continues to take out some of those villagers. Flying Mouse is back with a vengeance, and I would not be surprised to see 1 or 2 of these villagers go down. But yet again, looks like Emu's just barely kept his people alive, and he may push off those galleys soon. Oh, nice. So, looks like Flying Mouse came in with a demo, attempted to get the entire crew here, but, looks like Emu Warrior must have sniped that galley off, and continues to, even though he's got 4 wounded galleys, he's going to be able to break down this tower and continue to put pressure on Flying Mouse, so... Some of these villagers may go down to the galleys with the extra attack here, so we'll see how they hold. And Emu Warrior has managed to make his way into the wood line. He must have snuck around the side here. Smart, he's hiding underneath another tower and doing yet another aggressive push that is keeping these villagers locked in their tiny areas. He's built another tower here. We're going to see how long that holds them up, since Emu tends to have a tendency to hide underneath the other towers. These demolition rafts are just rafts, but they've got a 5-tile blast radius, so he can still take you out, so be careful. We have more galleys from Emu hunting, but they are not able to find any good picks. Flying Mouse has carefully hid all his people in the safe zones, building a defensive tower sitting on a safe wood line, so he'll be safe for a bit now. His galleys are likely to pick off more villagers as each of their shots does 16 damage. Very painful. But the other defensive galleys take it out. Eagle Warrior's just hanging out. Ooh, so we have two defensive towers that have managed to get the third out there. However, even though he's managed to push these galleys out of the way, the other galleys are still harassing the woodline, leaving a lot of open space here. 3 galleys and a fire galley from Flying Mouse, though, are going to put a lot of pressure on these villagers. These villagers are desperate for a wall, but I don't know what it is about the higher ranked players. They live on the edge. A terrifying edge, yet controlled completely by military. So even though a lower ranked player such as myself could be terrified about leaving a hole like this, Emu Warrior seems to be okay with it, as long as he's able to chase down your galleys and destroy you. Oh, there's a quick walls, quick walls. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, but the villager goes down, paying the price for his defense of his people. It is a good trap, though, and it looks like the galleys from Flying Mouse will go down. However, that's 2 villager picks on a 17 villager economy, and 5 villagers idle. This is as good as that defense was. I would say that this is getting dangerously close. How much more can Emu Warrior produce? His market abuse has managed to net him still some ability to press on, but this is looking pretty dire straits. Everyone's defended very well from all the aggression. Looks like Sokol just got some range upgrades. And you can even see the docks now are ranged. I wonder if he just got Thalassocracy. I thought that was a later tech, though. Maybe a castle tech. It is. I'm just dumb. So there you go. He's got the castle tech Thalassocracy, which is going to make his docks a defensive building as well. So he could even place a dock right here, and it would fire arrows back at the opposing forces. We have a signal. Looks like Sokol, I believe, has signaled the ships from Emu that are trapped in the corner here. Yeah, he knows exactly where they are. That's some impressive. Yeah, he can just see them just barely at the edge of the fog of war, so he's telling Flying Mouse to go take them down. So the two are going to work together, and that's of course the danger of the 2v1. Is that no matter how well you play, you can always be outdone. However, here's a huge, massive galleys coming in. They may not even care about the tower. We see the palisade goes down very quickly. They're going to dive probably underneath the tower, so Flying Mouse does a rapid quick wall, trying to prevent them from doing that same dive they did earlier, because that could be very dangerous. But they go ahead and they break it anyway, and they hide right underneath that tower. So they're going to harass and potentially kill several villagers here. A daring and deadly play. Well done. If he can just barely hide in that minimum range, he has just a couple of galleys that are outside that minimum range that get hit. But he does have a good number, 7 in fact, that can hide inside that minimum range. So, well played there. And that's going to devastate the woodline. Looks like Flying Mouse, though, he's been resilient. He's moved right on to the next woodline, so well played. However, the scouts from Emu, they're going to find that, and they're probably going to harass it again, and Flying Mouse is forced to run. He's stuck to these little woodlines here, and he's just lost several villagers on this tower as it has gone down, no more defense. Building some palisades just to make it a little bit longer, because if these galleys get past here, that's his whole woodline at stake. I think we missed a demolition ship, unfortunately. Emu's down to 14 villagers, and there was an explosion on that shoreline, so that was a sneaky demo from Flying Mouse, but well played there. I do not have Pro Capture Age, so unfortunately I'm not able to rewind for you all. In fact, I'm not even using Capture Age right now, but that's okay. Unfortunately, due to the way custom civs work, the mods don't show in Capture Age, so it's always a bit more, you'll see a bit more if you watch it without that. Another defensive tower comes up. I'm impressed with how many towers have been up this particular game. We've got, right now, just 5 from the Sokol, and, well, I mean, including the 2 or 3 that went down, several more from Flying Mouse. But The relentless assault of feudal age galleys, 16 of them, continues. Looks like they're going to take down Flying Mouse's market, putting him at kind of a dire straits here. What will they do? I'm very impressed with the ability of them to kind of hang on despite the heavy pressure. I wonder what's going to happen next. What's So-Cole's plan? Is he going to castle drop? It looks like he's building some knights, actually. And he may be intending to rush over and kill the last couple of villagers from Emu with those knights. Impressively done. Hopefully, I hope Emu walls this off, because this wood line, though this section here is okay, although that stone wall won't protect too much. Oh, and probably we're gonna see another tower dive. Villagers go down as the galleys just rush in, eager for blood. Sharks in a fish tank, I think. They're hunting down these villagers, and quite terrifying to see. They still have to run away because there's a hail of arrows chasing after them, and they're not even going to find respite here, as this is now a harbor, which can fire arrows and destroy galleys. But oh, let her live, screams Circle. Let her live! She went down. Oh, the war crimes. You monster, says Circle. Oh, he's so much fun. I always love how chatty he gets. However, at the same time, a disastrous counterattack from Flying Mouse has destroyed Emu's woodline. And I think we're close to a GG with Emu. At no more than Dark Age, in terms of, well, not even half of Dark Age at this point, as usually people exit Dark Age with more villagers than he's got right now. 9 villagers and a dream, as well as the dream of several galleys. But if these galleys were to go down, as they are slowly being whittled down by the harbor, which I don't even know if Emu realizes that's a harbor yet. Oh, now I think he does. Yeah, he's realizing the arrows are coming. But either way, yeah, 9 villagers and, no more than like 10 galleys is not going to cut it. Not against this type of pressure, so I think we're merely minutes away from a GG call here. Combatants are fighting excellently. Flying Mouse has regained his woodline and his golds, which are the things that he needs to keep making these villager murdering galleys here. Alright, towers are up, they're coming in defense. A little extra arrow fire. And, the water buffalo has been found. Don't know if that's going to help you too much unless you're able to get some food out. But just a couple villagers. We're making more. We've got 11 villagers now. Yeah, we're hanging. Repairing the holes. Emu's got some incredible fighting spirit. He's taken on these two with a lot of gusto. And I'm impressed with his amount of kills. So Emu now has 78 kills, and I think most of those have been villagers. They've always had more, but at the same time, like, that's 55 deaths from Flying Mouse, villagers and galleys included, and then 23 deaths from So-Cole. So, interestingly enough, he's put them in a negative KDR, even in a 2v1, which is very impressive. These galleys keep hunting the woodline, though, and I don't think there's any way that Emu is going to get safe wood in this manner. Can he continue to run off of a low economy, just a market push? Well, maybe. He's run out of a farm, though, and he has no more villagers on food. He needs to use all of his wood for his galleys, and the galleys are not going to do too much if Flying Mouse is able to hit Castle Age. Flying Mouse not looking like he's got the healthiest economy either, but he is building up enough stone for a castle if he ever does reach Castle Age. Lumber camp about to go down. Where are you going to find safe wood? We got a siege push, siege and knights that'll be coming from So-Cole. So I would say this would probably spell the end whenever he sees the siege and knights. So far, he's done an excellent job defending against the navy. His galleys have wreaked havoc on the enemies. But can he defend against a land force? Sokol is still hiding in the dark here, so it's Emu does not know that he's there yet. But he will. Oh, yeah, there's the GG call. I think he realized that he had no more left. Well played. Let's go ahead and see what the next map has for us. So I believe now, it's only my guess that we managed to get this in order here. It looked like from what I could tell, this one was done first, and then they went Haboob and then Fortress. So we're gonna go see what happens next with Haboob. So we are into our next match. These incredible combatants have brought some more custom civs for us, and we're going to see exactly how that plays out. With our three-way Haboob, this is going to I expect to be very aggressive, so I'm going to be quick with my, introductions, I suppose. So, Flying Mouse with the Nepal team. This is his terrifying fortified church dropping civilization. It is absolutely just devastated every opponent that he's had so far. He just will get to feudal age, he will build fortified churches, and he'll use them to just shoot down his foes as a tower rush. But a tower rush that doesn't even cost stone, it only costs wood. And it doesn't even cost much wood because these monasteries are minus 100 wood in cost. So it costs 75 wood to start destroying people with a heavily armored extra HP monastery. Yeah, this thing is not to be scoffed at. There is almost no way to stop this unless you're able to stop the villagers from doing it in the first place. So I shall be interested to watch it in action. Meanwhile, in the gray, we have Sokol, who has brought the Knights of Belfalas 2. This is a Steppe Lancer civ with now Mamelukes and extra armor, fast working stables, a powerful cavalry-based civ that is a menace on these sort of low distance maps, aggressive short maps like Haboob. And then, last but not least, Emu Warrior. With his brave desert emu civilization, with cheaper foot archers and skirmishers, faster foot archers, mule cart, extra attack on his archers, rattan archers, clout archery, and of course foot archers and unique ships to get extra attack. So impressively enough, this is going to be a archer rush civ versus a cavalry civilization and a fortified church civilization. So I want to see how this plays. Now, Emu has wisely brought his mule cart and is sneaking over to one of the wood lines. This will allow his villagers to escape some level of suspicion, and he may be able to get away with some villagers hidden away where the others may not rate him. But the real question is, can he stop a fortified church rush on his town center? Because I have a feeling this will be more terrifying than a town center douche. For those that don't know, Persian douche is where you have a double HP town center brought right next to your opponent's town center, and you just whittle it down with sheer, arrows. However, I have a feeling that the fortified church douche may be even more terrifying, because you can just build lots of them and just whittle down your opponent very quickly. So, as they all kind of progress through Dark Age, Flying Mouse and they're all doing fairly well with their villager production and keeping those town centers running. But as their Dark Age continues, I'd be interested to see how fast they get up to feudal and when they are ready to engage in combat. Sokol is pushing deer. That's a pro player for you. I struggle with pushing deer. My deer never listen to me. Flying Mouse has abandoned it altogether and just has got tons of... Well, he doesn't have abandoned. He's pushed in a couple already. But he's got tons of food from this elephant as he's got all these villagers eating away at that food. So, however, his scout is forward and it looks like he's looking for some damage. He's found the berries and he's probably going to make a circuit around here just to see what he can see. I think he'll miss these villagers sneaking out to the woodline, though. And it's well played that it's, using his mule cart, because he'll be able to hopefully hide these villagers away where they won't be found. But Flying Mouse also has a good sense of good game sense. So if he doesn't see those villagers, he may start looking for them. Sorry about that. Looking at the things we got so far, it looks like Flying Mouse is up to the feudal age, about 2/3 of the way there. Emu is exactly the same time. They must have clicked up at the exact same villager count. Yes, 17. Although Sokol is going for a higher villager count. He's currently at 20 right now. And so, with the rapid feudals, may change the output of who gets out first. Now, if Emu can get a whole bunch of archers on the line, he may be able to stop a little bit of this rush. And in proper 2K plus style, he's actually already scouted where his opponent's villagers are, and he knows what he'll be expecting there. So I'm impressed with the scouting and the knowledge wherewithal of where all these guys are. First fortified church is going up 7,200 HP. That's more than a castle. So for those of you that don't know, castles usually start with like 4,800 HP without any bonuses. He doesn't have a single bonus on his thing, on his no architecture, no masonry, and yet he's got a thing capable of dropping arrows, 7,200 HP, already going up. And no, you're not going to be able to fight this one, Emu. You better get those archers up quick. But it's going to be really hard, because if these things are able to just hide inside that fortified church, look how fast these buildings go up too. It's a monastery, it's built by 5 people. So he's using the villagers to build a house, but in comes the rush, and this fortified church rush has destroyed opponents before. So let's see how well these archers can fend off the pressure here. Sokol's coming over. Looks like he's starting with his scouts, and we're going to see how quickly this progresses. So, fortified church coming up. Archers attacking. Smart, smart. Good, good. Let's see if they can do anything here. They'll at least get some damage on the villagers, may need to flee, but then maybe he can come back and try again later. He is able to escape with those archers, and he's got more on the way. So the game may end, though, if these fortified churches get to the gold pile, because other than that, what are you going to do? How are you going to get gold? How are you going to make archers? Okay, go on, archers, let's go. See what you can do. Alright, fortified church, it's going up. Ugh, oof. Those things go up so fast and they cost so little wood. How are you going to stop this? And now he's right on top of your production buildings. Can you keep it going? Maybe. So Sokol's already scouted the gold. The next fortified church is coming up. We need these archers here right now, right now. But up comes the fortified church. Will he be able to stop it? He's got a couple of low HP villagers. Oh, but there's already a monk. These monks can't convert, but they can heal villagers. And that's exactly what they're doing. Actually, no wait, they can convert, they just can't pick up relics, and the conversion time is lengthened, because it is a feudal age. Arrows coming in, hitting the town center. Defensive tower coming up, this is smart. Those churches are obnoxious, yes! Yes, that is terrifying! I hope, no, gather, quick, get in, kill him, kill him! Let's see if this monk's able to keep them alive. Yes, he probably will. These churches are going to go up way too fast. They go up faster than any tower. And though you can keep attacking these villagers, they may still make it. These archers are diving in, though. Smart dive, smart dive. Is he able to make more? Is he able to make more? Because you're going to need a little bit more to stop this rush from happening. Building is full, yes. Nope, he's going to go aggressive. Wait, does Emu sense that these villagers are coming? Because if he catches them, he does! Wow, look at this. That's some impressive game sense. He may have just been going forward for a counterattack, but the fact that he caught these villagers out is such a lucky find. Well played there. So, right now, even though this church is up, you know, Flying Mouse is still going to have to keep... Uh-oh. In come the Step Lancers, and the wood line is over. Oh, this is so close to GG, I think. How can you escape this? How can you stop this? You can't even build you have to build 2 houses, and these Step Lancers are feasting. There's too many of them. They are coming into the wood line, and what are your archers going to do? How can you fight against a Castle Age opponent? Yeah, GG. GG. Oof. Yeah. Yep, that's the same struggle that everyone has had, Emu. I don't know how to stop churches. Yep, uh, it's a really hard one. You did the exact right thing to have the archers, I think. That was one of the best plays you could have had. But being a 2v1, you were not able to stop the step lancers as well. I think if this were a 1v1, I could imagine that Emu might be able to pull off a defense there, but oof. That was a well played, well timed execution. Sokol just went a casual fast castle and brought those terrifying step lancers in to just destroy that wood line. So well played. All right, let's go back to our replays and let's see what else we got. We got one last map, Fortress. Let's see what we can get. All right, welcome back, everyone. We've got Fortress. This particular map is hopefully good for a long-term play. We've got, walls surrounding castles, towers, but I've seen several opponents use some aggressive tactics as well, as Sokol is even pulling in the boar with his scout, so sneaky, well played there. All right, so let's go ahead and introduce the civilizations, the people here. Looks like Flying Mouse even has the Chinese bonus, has some extra villagers there. Um, so let's get into the Ottomans team. Again, has Chinese bonus, but extra 100 food, so it doesn't have to worry about the Chinese do about their funky start. Gunpowder units are going to have extra attack. Looks like normal fortress, yes. They were thinking of if it might have been Regicide Fortress, so yep, just normal fortress, although it would have been fun to see Regicide, of course. Still, they were doing very well. Alright, so he has extra attack on his gunpowder. Now, this is completely terrifying because the gunpowder bonus per university technology research. You might think, oh yeah, you've only got like, 10, 12 text research. Well, that's true. The funky way that Age of Empires works is that certain bonuses count twice. So, for example, Guard Tower and Guard Tower research will actually get you a 2 attack. So, in addition, you have the plus 25% attack here. You could end up with hand cannoneers with almost 40 attack. It is absolutely brutal, and with the organ guns as a unique and accurate gunpowder, fast working castles, this is going to melt infantry and cavalry alike. This is just going to destroy a lot of things very quickly. Emu Warrior, on his end, has one of the most creative civs I've seen, and I love it. It is a skirmisher-based civilization. That's right. No power units, not like, elephant archers, nothing wild. No, this is skirmishers. But these skirmishers, they are cheaper, they move faster, they train faster, they attack faster, and they have more HP. And on top of that, they have extra range, and they strip armor. That's right, your local skirmishers are holding the Bec de Corbin from the Obuch. And it is going to be very fun to see. I want to see them strip armor and see how that goes. They also have an Imperial Skirmisher in Imperial Age, so I would love to see that in action. Then, last but not least, we have Sokol with the Mother Cluckers 3. So, this one, as you may be able to tell, is actually a First Crusade War Elephant rushing civilization. So, this particular civilization can build town centers faster, receive less bonus damage for elephants, get extra HP for elephants, extra food, all that lovely stuff. But then here's where the kicker really comes. First Crusade batches 7 unique units, although technically speaking, there's like a bug where it'll only have spawn 5 per town center. But that being said, you can basically spawn up to 35 war elephants as a one-time bonus that will be more resistant to conversion. So these war elephants, you can just have a sudden army in Castle Age of 35 war elephants just shows up at your base and they can wreak havoc. They also have plus 4 attack versus buildings. Now that's not even including the fact that elephants already have a plus 20 versus buildings and versus stone defenses and like another plus 16 versus buildings. So they could easily do, 40, 50 damage apiece to these stone walls here, so Yeah, this would be very interesting. Also, unfortunately, could be one that could be over quickly, but we'll see how it goes. I will fast forward a little bit since, Fortress does tend to have a very relaxed start. Flying Mouse is already doing his fast castle build, Market Blacksmith, and he is up to Castle Age now. Meanwhile, looks like Sokol is just a little bit behind that, and Emu Warrior is also up to the Castle Age, a bit behind as well. We did have a signal. It looks like they may be already planning some means of attack. Man, if that mill spins any faster, it'll be a helicopter and take off. What you say? And yep. I'm just kidding. No, I'm actually not gonna have it fly. But looks like they've already started to plan their means of attack. Emu Warrior's up to Castle Age. He's got his town centers here. He's looks at standard 3 town center boom. Well played. Very simple, smooth play up here. Flying Mouse is something similar, but he's got a university instead of a second town center. And his first batch of Orkan guns are on the way. So, this university is going to make his Orkan guns infinitely more powerful the more that he researches. They've already got 6+2 attack, and we're going to see a continued increase in attack. Looks like the latest, though, from Emu Warrior has taken down the Eagle Scout from the other two. So, these slow but powerful Orkan guns are coming in. Looks like they've got... see, four bullets. Let's see what else Flying Mouse will be researching. Right now, he's just getting his economy running, so... we have, let's see, so one latest going out. Looks like to be the primary scout for right now, and he's heading off the scout at the pass. However, that scout does have a bit more movement speed, so he'll be able to outrun as long as he did not keep moving. Poor guy. Alright, to plan the relentless assault, and are ready to continue. Villager count keeps climbing. Looks like Emu's mostly ahead at 47, 48. However, I have a feeling that Flying Mouse will keep it close to that, which is impressive given that he's got one less town center. Sokol, on the other hand, has gone for 4 town centers so far. 5 now, yeah. And will probably have more if he wants to get all 35 elephants. However, he may also go... Nope, there he goes. 25 elephants. 25 more elephants and 11 Orkan guns. Ladies and gentlemen, this battle is looking to be terrifyingly close to over already. Smart. Emu's already prepped his mangonel and a couple of... Yep, but he's worried. He knows what's coming. So, in game, you hear the sound of the, swords clanking and people shouting. That's your sound that the First Crusade is coming. And this First Crusade comes with gunpowder and war elephants. Each war elephant has 540 HP, and I don't know if Emu has an answer. He says, why are they shooting so far? That's a great question. They've got 7... range at this point, but let me see. That looks like more than 7 range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's is that a bug? Let me go. No, let me see. That may be a bug. That's very interesting. I have never seen. Those extra bullets are going incredibly far, and I don't think these extra stone walls are going to hold it in time. Sokol's coming forward with 15 villagers, probably castle drop. Emu, what are you going to do? Will you be able to stop this? These war elephants could tear through these stone defenses, but oddly enough, Sokol hasn't brought them to do it yet. Each of these Orkan guns now has 6+8 attack. It's going up. They're firing 4 bullets for 14 damage each. The forward castle is coming in. They are going to be murdering things. Good defensive mangonel. Good, but you can't hold that up too long. Nice splat. Oh, and then petard. I saw that explosion. Stonewall's going down. Emu sees the writing on the wall. In comes the war elephants. Oh no. What do you do against this? Even if this were a 2v2, this would be terrifying. He'd be taking down several opponents. Oh, someone dropped. No, they're back. Okay. Oh man. but in comes even more organ guns. 17 now, even just within range, with along with 20 some rampaging elephants. This may be over, guys. It was a beautiful match, and they were very interesting sieves. I'm just so sad I didn't get to see the skirmishers in action. But what are the skirmishers going to do against 540 HP? Even if you strip armor, you could just. Yep. Oh man. And it needs the research to be able to strip armor. In the meantime, all these skirmishers are doing is a pitiful one attack versus these terrifying elephants and organ guns. Oh, it was well played, but the attack was too swift and too brutal. Both of them had techniques that could be brought up with very little extra. Oh, he's up to imp. Emu, do you have something up your sleeve? Nope, it's imp into GG. Oh man, that was well played though. Well played, all of you. That was very impressive to watch. I feel sorry for Emu. That was a brutal 2v1, and some of those tactics are just cruel. But at the same time, he fought valiantly. I was really impressed with the Bog Islands match, especially with that, fighting on two fronts, that galley force, even with 9 villagers keeping it alive. But flying churches, or at least flying mouses, church civ. And the just this brutal combination of powerful organ guns and 25 instantaneous war elephants is just too much to handle. Maybe in some future day we'll have a 2v2 and they can actually see if they can hold on versus all of this, but oof, as a 2v1, that's a wrap there. Still, thank you all to the wonderful people who played. Thank you, Emu, for your valiant efforts and your impressive gameplay. Thanks for playing along with the little guys here. And for Flying Mouse and So-Called, well played. You guys are indeed the champions of the guild. You have played well. You have earned your stripes. And will, I'm sure, be quite fun to play with in the future. So, wishing you all the best of luck. And for the time being, that's where we'll wrap up. And perhaps we'll come back with another, bonus thing somewhere else along the line. Talk to you all later.